When we were growing up, we've been born and raised to understand Assamese music and culture. So when somebody says says Assam, that's automatically what we think of music. But to the wider world, normally people associate Assam with tea. So we want to sort of give people a flavour of what Assam is also about in a bigger sense, and that's the culture. The culture is so rich. The tea is also rich, but the music in the culture is really, really rich. And being brought up in that household, we've sort of kept it almost to ourselves, and we want to share that and the wider world. It would be nice for everybody to know that this little state of Assam tucked away in India actually has a lot more to it. So Assam is like this hidden gem of a state tucked away sort of in the northeast of India, the arm of India, if you like, on the map. And it's a place that is incredibly scenic, full of beautiful flora, and it's green. You've got tea gardens, you're surrounded by tea gardens, you're surrounded by hills, and it's just very, very picturesque, and you actually get that flavour from when you're landing in the airport about to land, and you see that already.
So Rishi approached me to take part in this project a couple of months ago, and I was more than happy to take part, not only because he's a very dear friend, but also because I've always been interested in the background that him and his sister come from. It was fascinating to see that from the same country, I'm from the northwest and this form is from the northeast, so the massive difference in the folk dance that I grew up with to the folk dance that I'm now having the chance to learn. The Oriental influence within the music is something that really, really fascinates me, and the more that Rishi and his sister educate me on it, the more I can understand and I can hear the nuances, which are beautiful to work with when I'm working within the form and when I'm trying to explore it within my own movement.
Well, when my kids were little, I wasn't very good at all these modern games and the play and all. So, because I used to sing in India, so I used to hum those songs, songs I liked. And my three kids, they picked up. Obviously, now I don't do that much, but I'm really, really happy that they have picked up and they have liked the folk music. And when they go to Assam, they go to my guru, and they have taken it this far. And I do hope that we can share our music and our culture, which is really, really rich. You'll see it tonight, and how it could contribute to the mosaic of this multicultural society in Britain, because not a lot of people know about Assamese culture and the tradition. They have heard about Assam tea and Assam silk, but music is quite rare because our people are into community and quite laid back. So I'm really happy that they have done this one, and hope it goes really, really far and people, will sing Assamese song all over.
We had our first London performance on Wednesday at Rich Mix, a very well-known venue in the cultural sector. It went really well. It was our first show, an excellent turnout, a really mixed audience, and it gave us great pleasure to share our music. They really got into it. After the show, we had some lovely feedback that the music and the dances they were listening and watching was a complete shock to the system because they hadn't had this kind of sound before from the northeast.
So I thought the music was a bit different to the other sorts of music that I'm used to hearing. So I'm from sort of the northern parts of India, so Punjab. So it's similar in that there's a similar drum beat, but also different in the sort of the melodies and the sort of the lyricism in the music is different compared to what you would get in other parts of India. Yeah.
Really enjoyed the show. I think for me it was probably a bit of an education. I guess I think with like traditional Indian music, I guess there's a lot more layers to it, and I think I was quite surprised that I think Assamese music has a lot more drum and vocal and some percussion, and so it was just nice to know that there's something different. It felt a bit more, I felt a bit more connected to some of the emotions. Yeah, it was really good. It was really interesting.
So the last few months, it's been really exciting working with a variety of people like Kesha, Aarti, and of course my brother. But actually there's been quite a lot of family involvement as well. Like my mum, she's been doing the things that every Assamese mother does, tucked away in the kitchen and making all these lovely treats. And we've been sampling them along the way as well as tasters for today. So it's sort of everything. It's not just music and dance, it's the tea, it's the food, and actually the environment that we've created around us and have involved and, you know, widened our family out to other people and said that this is what we are. Love you to be a part of it. And we've started off with our artists that we're working with, but also to the audience. And actually that's why it's really lovely to be having our final show in Leicester, because it's home, and the audience, we know quite a few people in the audience who are like our family, and they've seen this growth as well. So I can't wait. I think it's a lovely way to end, because we are home, and for tonight, for this evening, this space will be like our home, and we're going to invite everybody in, and this is the flavour of Assam.
Yeah, the show was really good. The music was very different to what I'm used to, coming from a Bollywood background and a Gujarati background. But it was really entertaining. There was lots of story, which I really liked in the dance itself, and the singing was absolutely beautiful.
Tonight's really been quite a melodious evening. The melodies that they have sung and played musical instruments too are things that Leicester has never heard of before. They're rooted in a particular part of India that isn't mainstream, and they've brought out these really enchanting sounds and songs that are actually probably going to get forgotten in a few years down the line as we become more commercialized and stuff. So, in essence, when they've tried to package tonight, they've packaged it with not only these beautiful melodies, but then they've given us a chance to actually glimpse into this world, which is beautifully green, rural, with these visuals, and then rustic with those dance movements, and even just thinking about the costume that the ladies were wearing, the rich silks and cottons are things that you just don't even see over here in Leicester, which is renowned for its fabrics that it imports from India. So we've actually got to see a part of India that has never ever been seen in Leicester before, even though Leicester has connections to Assam.
I thoroughly enjoyed the show. It was fantastic to see Rishi and his sister presenting so much in depth about the Assami culture, and how it was interesting to see that how their parents have groomed them. And I think that is a very, very fantastic contribution they have given, living outside Assam, living here in the UK, and giving them that kind of cultural inspiration and about making them to grow within that culture. So although they grew up within two cultures, I think it is wonderful to see that they have kept it up. And they are fantastic musicians and wonderful teamwork of brother and sister.
Okay, so I knew nothing about Assamese culture before seeing this show, but it was amazing. It really brought together a whole bunch of Assamese culture and told it through music. And just through the music and the singing and all of those things, and even the dances, the folk dances, we got a real insight into what Assamese culture is and all of the different things that they do throughout the day. It was an amazing show. I highly recommend it.